Hey guys, this is Stranger Frozen Wish Studios here, and welcome back to another video. And once again, guys, I'm going to be talking about CinemaCon. So earlier, I uploaded a video talking about the announcement, specifically about Disney's Hext. And yeah, go check out that video if you haven't yet. But this time around, I'm going to be talking about the trailers that have dropped in CinemaCon, because there were a bunch of trailers. No, maybe not a lot, not like 10 trailers, but there was like, I think 6 trailers that I remember in total. Now, for the sake of this video, I will only be reviewing 4 trailers. There are some trailers that I decided I'll just leave it out of this video. One of them being the Billie Eilish concert movie. Not maybe movie, concert film, the one with James Cameron. I'm actually really excited for that. It's arguably my most anticipated May release, next to Spider-Noir. And I am planning on seeing it in theaters, let alone in 3D. But however, I don't think the trailer for that is review worthy. And then there's also Insidious Out of the Further, which I could not care less about. I watched the trailer and honestly, I just did not give a shit about it. It looks, it looks pretty bad. Yeah, but thankfully, every single trailer that I have decided to review, they are all extremely positive and pretty much the best trailers to come out of CinemaCon. So this will be in release order. Okay. So anyways, without further ado, let's get on with my trailer reviews. So the first CinemaCon trailer review that I'll be talking about is Godzilla Minus Zero, which is just a teaser trailer that is under 1 minute long. So I definitely do not have much to say about this. Now, Godzilla Minus One absolutely took the world by storm. I don't think anybody expected it to be just a major blockbuster event. I mean, I kind of figured it was going to be a great Godzilla movie, but I think it was made for just as a Japanese release with a smaller release in the US. But because of how good the movie was, it had its audience. It had the release got more major, and it even it even released on the Japanese Film Festival in January 2024 in my country. Yeah, I honestly I still remember my cinema experience with Godzilla Minus One to this very day, when I saw it in Las Vegas and AMC. Yeah, what an experience that was. And now, here we are with the second one. Now, the ending of Godzilla Minus One did tease a sequel. I'm showing that Godzilla is not really dead, and even if they blew off Godzilla, we see him powering back, and he's having this upgrade. And here comes the sequel, which didn't really show a lot, but it seems like they're taking a little more of a Western approach to it. Now there's the English speaking, unlike in Godzilla Minus One, where they spoke mostly Japanese with no English at all. Now they're including English speaking, so that the audiences can be more wide. And we also get to see characters as well, such as Koichi, the main character in the first one, and my favorite character in Godzilla Minus One, Noriko, with an eye patch, because I'm sure you know how badly injured she was in Godzilla Minus One. And then you also got the score as well. Oh man, the score of Godzilla Minus One is so good. I'm glad they brought it over with this teaser trailer. And also, one of my favorite parts of this is seeing the main character, Koichi, flying his plane into this thing, this gravitational thing, whatever the fuck you call it, this blue thingy. And man, the visuals look insane. Yeah, Godzilla Minus One won Best Visual Effects, as you know. But to be fair, it only won because there was less competition. Especially when Dune Part 2 got delayed from 2023 to 2024. I heard some people say that Godzilla minus zero could win Best Visual Effects too, but honestly, I doubt it because he got top competition with Dune Part 3 and the honestly, and my personal pick to win Best Visual Effects for the next Oscars, Project Hail Mary. Oh, and also there's Hunger Games: Sunrise and the Reaping too. So I feel like there's some serious competition this year, but I do think this will get nominated for damn sure. Oh, and also the ending with Godzilla, stomping at the Statue of Liberty, like the fact that he's even bigger now and taller than the Statue of Liberty, and just the fact that Godzilla is just in New York, man, yeah. Like, are they actually going to go to the US? Is this going to be a mix of American Godzilla and Japanese Godzilla? I would like to see that. Now, the one thing I am a little worried about is the fact that this might not get a release in my country. Because, Godzilla Minus One only released in the Japanese Film Festival in my country. It did not get it. And, yeah, I mean, besides the Japanese and US, it didn't really release in Godzilla Minus One didn't really release in a lot of countries. However, I feel like with just how big Godzilla Minus One took the world by storm, and how how it took the world by storm and how popular it got. I have a feeling that Godzilla Minus Zero will get a wider release, including my country. And that's also the fact that this is being distributed by G Kids, and G Kids is known as the studio that where Japanese films get to have a wider release. G Kids films movies usually released in my country, so that's faith right there. Oh, and also I should mention as well that this movie is going to be filmed for IMAX, the first Japanese release to be filmed for IMAX, which is so cool. Yeah, that definitely brings in the excitement. So yeah, that's Godzilla Minus Zero. Now let's get into the official trailers. The trailers with more to it. So the next trailer I'll be talking about is Fucker in Law. This is a pretty interesting one. I am not a fan of the Meet the Parents trilogy. Let's just get this right. It is not for me. I guess one reason is because I am just not a fan of the genre in general. Straight comedy is to me the weakest genre. I just like this, like, I don't know what it is. Don't get me wrong, I like to laugh. I do like it when things are funny, but I usually prefer comedy as a subgenre rather than the main genre. So yeah, Meet the Parents just was not for me. And also Meet the Fuckers was a bad sequel, and Little Fuckers was a shitty sequel. So as y'all know, on paper it seems like Meet the Parents of 4 is completely unnecessary. Like, why the fuck are they bringing this franchise back? But I gotta say, right off the bat with this one, I mean, just based on the trailer and casting alone of like the new actors, this is already the best in the franchise by a huge landslide, and the first one that I think will be great. Like, seriously, because this actually looks great. Now, I'm not going to argue with the haters. I completely understand why this movie, why fans are not liking this and are saying this is unnecessary. But But I still really dig it. I think this might probably be one of my guilty pleasures of the year. Maybe just even a straight up great movie. So yeah, I mean, first of all, like, this was a very impressive trailer. I was absolutely impressed with this, where this is going. This already has the best storyline in the franchise. With the fact that now there's like this new generation of fuckers, and one of them is going to married, but marry someone, but then Ben Stiller thinks that they're not a match, and doesn't trust the girlfriend. So that's a pretty interesting direction to take this franchise. And yeah, you also got great a great new cast. You got Skylar Gisondo, who was recently Jimmy Olsen in James Gunn Superman, the most underrated character and actor in that film. And you also got Beanie Feldstein, who you may know from the film Booksmart and Drive Away Dolls, and Lady Bird, and the guilty pleasure Neighbors 2. Neighbors 2, and so yeah, there's that. And there's also Eduardo Franco, who you may know as Argyle from Stranger Things season 4, who I will say he is one of the weaker characters in Stranger Things characters, but he's still pretty is a decent character. I'm actually surprised by the fact that Eduardo Franco is just everywhere. Seriously. But the main reason why I am hyped for this movie, I'm excited for this movie in particular, is Ariana Grande, who you may know as Glinda in the Wicked movies, as well as nowadays my favorite singer of all time. Yeah, Ariana Grande being in this is it's the main reason why I am feeling so positive towards this, and she's already stealing the show in the trailer. I think that this movie might actually do well at the box office, simply because because Ariana Grande has such a major fan base, and people will see it just based off her alone. And speaking of Ariana Grande, I recently heard that she is she's one of those cancelled actresses, and people are putting her in the same category as cancelled celebrities like Jared Leto and all those guys, those types of people. Seriously, guys, what the fuck did Ariana Grande do wrong? Why is she a controversial figure now? Seriously, why? And man, her character looks absolutely drop dead gorgeous in this one. Now, granted, yes, Ariana Grande is not one of my favorite actresses. I don't think she does enough yet with just the Wicked films. Even though Glinda is one of my favorite characters of all time. Yeah, I'm not joking. That's actually true. And also she's not in a lot of movies besides those and this and the upcoming Oh the Places You'll Go are not really enough to justify her. She needs to have another Wicked like role. But I'm excited for on 2028. So oh the Places You'll Go. By the way, but yeah, seriously, Olivia Jones, Ariana's character in this one looks freaking gorgeous. And I should mention as well that the jokes are absolutely are actually funny too, which I cannot say the same for the other films in the franchise. There's a bunch of it. I won't go over the jokes right now. Honestly, I wish I did, but there's just two other trailers that I want to be talking about more. So the next trailer that I'm going to be reviewing is Street Fighter 2026. Just a quick story. Yes, I have played the Street Fighter games, and yes, I am a fan of the Street Fighter games. I think this is such a great game, and I play this game in the arcade too. There's such a great tournament game. So I don't remember how I felt about the 1980s Street Fighter movie, but I'm pretty sure it's a fun movie. Yes, I have seen it, but I just don't remember it. And yes, as we all know, they're making a new one, and I'm sure you're probably aware that video game fans tend to reject video game adaptations based on adult video games, since Usually, it's the kids' video game adaptations that video game fans do accept, like Mario, the Mario movie franchise, and the Sonic movie franchise. Which I don't blame them though. I do like the Mario movie franchise, and Sonic 3 is literally my favorite video game of all time. And Sonic 4 it is bound to top it. But I do think that the rated M video game adaptations deserves a chance to. I actually would say The Last of Us is my favorite video game adaptation in general, and I also prefer Arcane over all of the movie adaptations. Well, actually, that's debatable as now. Actually, and there's also Fallout 2, which is just as good. But yeah, Street Fighter is one of those movies where people immediately hate jumped on the hate bandwagon where when they simply announced that there's a new Street Fighter movie and announced the cast. And let me tell you right now, this has such a stacked cast of Andrew Koji, who is one of my dad's favorite actors, by the way. So I'm sure, and given that and the fact that he loves Street Fighter, I'm sure he would be interested as hell with this one. Although I haven't talked to him about this movie yet, by the way. No, and there's also Noah Neo Kalina Liang, who gave a breakthrough performance in Bring Her Back. And you got David Dasma Chain, who recently came off his performance of the best show of the year so far, One Piece Season 2. You got 50 Cent, Jason Momoa, Eric Andre, and yeah, just so much to name. Just a pretty great cast right there. And yeah, but apparently people hate on it. They're saying, oh, it's gonna be as bad as the Minecraft movie, and the teaser trailer that premiered at GameCon at the Game Awards got absolutely backlash to hell. But to my surprise, actually, this trailer was well received, believe it or not. It's actually hard for me to believe that this was well received. So I initially thought, when I talked to people about it, I was like claiming, oh, everybody hated this trailer, just assuming, but I have not heard a single person hate on this trailer. I like, okay, well, actually, I just did before making this from good old Real Shift, saying that video game fans are toxic just because it's accurate doesn't mean it's gonna be good. Which he does have a good point because I mean, Five Nights at Freddy's does have the looks of the games, but well, the first one in particular is shit. But I gotta say, I think there is no way in hell that this movie is gonna be bad. I actually am one of those people who thinks that this movie looks like a banger. Now, maybe I'm not expecting a masterpiece. I'm not expecting the Super Mario Galaxy movie like that or like that type, but or also the Zack Cregger Resident Evil movie, which I think will also be up there as one of the best video game adaptations of the year. Although it is kind of a shame that they didn't drop the trailer for Zack Cregger's Resident Evil movie online. I would have loved to review the trailer. If it was part of the CinemaCon, this looks like one of the better video game adaptations of the year. And although I am hyped, I am excited for Mortal Kombat 2. Honestly, guys, I am more excited for Street Fighter than Mortal Kombat 2. Yeah, so now, I don't know what the story is. I mean, who knows? Maybe the story is not as bad. But honestly, when it comes to a film like this, who cares about the story? The goal for Street Fighter is to be entertaining because Street Fighter is meant to be campy, goofy, entertaining, and not meant to be taken seriously. So what I'm looking for is action. And man, the action in this looks freaking badass. The stunt work, the stunt work, all that stuff. The action looks badass. Oh, and also they have the iconic stunt of just this wrestling guy like grabbing his opponent on his back and then just like jumping up and then just crashing down on the wrestler's back. Yeah, it's there in that trailer, and it's so cool. And oh, and also the visuals. Oh man, that looks absolutely faithful to the games. And I love the use of colors as well. It looks absolutely vibrant and just stunning. Yeah, the CGI is already kick-ass. And oh, and also the cast is amazing too. Like I'm already loving Andrew Koji and Noah Centineo. And also Jason Momoa's Blanca, great choice. Great choice. And the actor playing Zangief, I don't know him, but whoever is playing Zangief, already perfect. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention one particular person in this, Reina Vallandigham, who was in Cobra Kai season 6 as one of the villains in this one. Isn't that cool? Seriously, I wish we saw more of the Cobra Kai casted in things. Yeah, but I think I'm really calling it that the standout of the film is going to be Kalina Liang as Chun-Li. Yeah, she already looks perfect as Chun-Li. I mean, the way that she's designed and her costume. Yeah, she is already the best casting choice, like the most perfect casting choice here. Yeah. Oh, and also the use of the song, hey, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. I said hey. Yeah, that song. Yeah. I remember using that song in the trailer for one of the Resident Evil films, and it was used badly. But I think that song fit well in this trailer. So yeah, although it is the weakest trailer of the bunch I am reviewing, it's still a great trailer and way better than that shitty Insidious out of the further trailer. Okay, so the last trailer that I'm going to be reviewing is the Dog Stars. I'm glad I got to save the best for last, because right off the bat, guys, this is my favorite trailer of the bunch, and out of all the CinemaCon trailers that dropped, this is the one I'm most excited for. So if you're wondering what this movie is, what the Dog Stars is, it's a new film from Ridley Scott, and it's based in a book, and the story is about it's a dystopian movie where like the world's population has been ravaged by a pandemic, and there's like a bunch of a group of characters who has to like survive, and yeah, man. Now, granted, Ridley Scott is probably the most inconsistent director working today, as his films, Gladiator 2 was a movie I was initially way too generous to, but on rewatch, I think the movie is just good but not great. And you also got the Napoleon, which was an absolute dud. And I still cannot believe my professor showed the movie in class like back in like late 2025. Showing Napoleon, for us to learn about Napoleon. Like, come on, it should have been it should have been like a different Napoleon movie, just anything but Ridley Scott's Napoleon. And you also got House of Gucci, which the last said about the movie, the bear, and the last great Ridley Scott movie was The Last Duel, which although it is not one of Ridley Scott's masterpieces, it is absolutely great. But I gotta say, the Dog Stars looks like it could be one of, if not the best Ridley Scott movie, or at least the best Ridley Scott movie since The Martian, because man, Ridley Scott is already on a roll with this one, because this movie looks absolutely terrific. It looks so good, wow. I like what a freaking trailer that was. First of all, yeah, 20th Century Fox Studios clearly is the best studio to distribute the Ridley Scott's movies. Because previously, my favorite Ridley Scott movie was the Martian. It still is, but yeah, like what I said, the Dog Stars could top the Martian. And both the Martian and the Dog Stars are produced by Fox slash Studios. Yeah, 20th Century, which is definitely a good sign here. And yeah, this movie actually looks kind of different from your typical Ridley Scott movie. I know Ridley Scott like would have this distinct directing style to it, where you could tell it's Ridley Scott directing it, no matter what kind of film he does. But when it comes to watching this trailer, you're getting a sense that Ridley Scott is doing something different. He's not trying to be like the same Ridley Scott that we're used to seeing him as, which is a compliment for the film. And and the cast here is freaking amazing. You got Jacob Elordi, which, by the way, this is Jacob Elordi's first leading role in a film, which is exciting because Jacob Elordi is one of this generation's best male actors. Like, he's great in pretty much everything he does. So whether it's Euphoria, the show that introduced the world to Jacob Elordi, and you also got Frankenstein, which everyone says that is his best performance, and I agree. And you got Wuthering Heights, yeah, which I think is the most underrated movie of the year. Well, technically second behind The Bride. And you also got Saltburn, which even if I'm not a fan of the movie, I do like Jacob Elordi. Josh Brolin is in this one too, and Guy Pearce, Alison Janney, and Benedict Wong are in this, which is great. But the one that I'm most hyped to see in this cast is Margaret Qualley. Margaret Qualley, she has been on a roll lately. And even if she already was great in movies like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, The Nice Guys, Poor Things, Drive Away Dolls, etc., it's the substance that really put that really put Margaret Qualley on the map. It is easily her best performance. I'm not expecting Margaret Qualley and the Dog Stars to dethrone her the substance as her best performance yet. She is definitely going to be the standout here, and this I think this could be one of Margaret Qualley's top tier roles. Yeah, she already is just great in this one. Like, I know it's hard for me to put into words on how great she already is, but yeah. And the action in this is going to be great. Especially that chase scene in the end of the trailer when they're flying this old school plane and they're being chased. Now I know I've been sounding pretty vague this whole time, but there's just something about this trailer where they're definitely hiding things. Now I'm sure those who read the book know, but I'm someone who doesn't know the source material, so I don't know much about this film, but there's just something really about this trailer that's getting me hyped for this film. And I was already hyped for this in the first place, knowing that this is a kind of film that Ridley Scott could potentially cook in, and he's already cooking with this trailer. And that's why I'm pretty vague. They're just not showing much plot details about it, other than it's a film that takes place in a dystopian world, and there was a recent pandemic outbreak, and you got a great cast in this, and they're being chased by infected. I wonder what exactly is going to happen to this, but the intrigue is something that I am hyped for. I mean, those people chasing the main characters at the end of the trailer, what are they? Dog Stars is definitely my favorite of the trailers, and this is easily my most anticipated movie of August. End of Oak Street. So also for my trailer reactions, my trailer reviews for the CinemaCon trailers, Godzilla Minus Zero, Fucker-in-Law, Street Fighter, and the Dog Stars. What is your favorite trailer of the bunch? Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for my review on Michael. But it won't be done until next week. Because I'm going to be real busy as shit for the next few days. So yeah, bye guys.